Hi, my name's Brittany Reisner, and I currently teach fifth graders at Hoffman Trails Elementary. That's in Hilliard City Schools. Um, over the last 3 years, have been working on the C4 project as one of the teacher co-leads. So when Jen asked if I could just say a few words about what the project is, I was really thrilled to do so. The C4 project, like I said, it began about 3 years ago, and it's a collaboration between the Columbus Museum of Art and Harvard's Project Zero. And our role in that is to kind of ask the research question, like, what happens if teachers around Central Ohio and even a little bit further begin to really think about creativity and the civic realm in their everyday classrooms? And so it's been a big adventure. When we think about C4, Cultivating Creative and Civic Capacities, you'll be able to see a framework, a premise, amazing tools, and great pictures of practice. And also, to me, C4 is really a way of thinking and a way of looking at the world. The last 3 years have been an adventure for all teachers, for all of us in education, and really all of us humans in this pandemic era. And when I sat to reflect about this project and what it meant to me and what it could mean to you, really three big things came to mind as far as how I was changed. Because to me, it just is so spectacular that in these really difficult years, these last 2.5 years of education, I've really, because of C4, been able to feel a much deeper connection with my kids, my students. I have experienced much more joy within the classroom. And then also just my sense of purpose has really increased tremendously. And so C4 has helped me with all of those things. A deeper connection with kids really stems from the C4 focus on listening and noticing. So previously, I might have rushed through points of difficulty or tried to make sure that things came across more simply. But C4 has really taught me to just slow down, to notice those moments, to encourage my students to notice those moments, so much so that we call those moments that matter in my classroom. And we talk about, what signs there are that we should slow down and really talk about and investigate what's happening. As far as joyfulness, I must say, creativity and teaching for creativity and art itself have always been like a part of what I care about and my passion. Also really energizes me. But looking at creativity, which we kind of define as imagination and critical thinking, looking at creativity alongside being a citizen and being civically engaged has just really opened so many possibilities of using art within the classroom. I know I mentioned I teach fifth grade now. I've also taught grades 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now 5. And just within any of those spaces, I've just found such engagement and authentic empathy when looking at art and thinking about creativity and the ways the artists think, and how we can foster those dispositions further in all classrooms. And aside, really cool things about C4 would be the fact that there are teachers who teach 3-year-olds all the way to teachers who are teaching AP in the content areas, teachers in science classrooms, teachers in art classrooms. And we've really been able to learn so much from the teachers involved about how kids and communities and adults are responding to this work. The last thing I'll talk about a little bit is just the sense of purpose. And I really shouldn't say just a sense of purpose. My motivation, my belief, and I'm sure yours too, is to always create a place that is safe and brave for our kids. And I think through the work of C4 and really learning how to lean in to moments of collision where like two ideas are coming together or two things that we've thought were true seem to rub against one another. C4 has really given me tools and ideas and notions to create really true, open, honest dialogue, and to encourage my kids to do that with me, to do it with their communities in the classroom, and then growing that out to the larger world. So knowing that our worlds are really as large or as small as we think of them. So those are three huge benefits. I've learned, three life-changing shifts in how I think and how I look at the world through C4. And before I close, I'll just kind of point out that I just shared what happened to me through this journey. But I think my favorite part of C4 is the eyes, right? But the notion of interconnectedness. And interconnectedness refers to us always acting as individuals, always being individuals, and at the same time being connected to those around us, the living, the non-living, the world, the communities that we're part of. And so I just wanted to point out that as I individually have learned so much, and I'm so grateful for this experience, I think about the teachers that have been alongside us and their classrooms and their families and their communities that have all had a new way of learning that really, to me, our through line is that we'll use critical thinking and imagination, and we'll act together, that big influence piece. And we'll do all of this in hopes of creating a more just and sustainable world. And I'm here to say, I hope you join us on the journey, because I think we're going to do it. So thanks for listening. And I hope that this gives you a little insight into our project. And I hope it intrigues your curiosity a bit, because it's a great place to be and a great group to be part of. Thank you.